Today we finish up our week on perspective, and I hope your perspective is changing. I hope that what you allow is getting smaller and what you require your mind to dwell on is getting larger. One of the reasons why we meditate on Scripture and we encourage our whole church family and body to be memorizing and committing to memory is because it's the most powerful way you can shift from an allowance, what your mind has been allowed to get distracted by or dwell upon, to requiring your mind to focus on. Oh, I promise you, peace is just around this corner. Joy is just around this corner. Being free of anxiety is just around this corner. And when your perspective can change because of what you have stopped allowing your mind to dwell upon and start requiring your mind to dwell upon, you will find new energy and passion in life and in your relationship with God. The Apostle Paul in Ephesians chapter 3 verse 7 says, I am a servant of the gospel of Jesus Christ. That he's a servant of the gospel. What is he saying? He's saying that what he's chosen to serve is no longer self. Most of us are pretty self-serving. Most of us are self-serving from the time we rise to the time we go down at night. We're doing what serves us best. What would happen if you just had a shift in perspective and became someone that began to ask, God, what do you want me to serve? How do you want me to serve you and your purposes? Well, serving the gospel is serving the good news. What is the good news? The good news is that God has provided redemption for all people. The good news is that he wants us in verse 2 to hear the gospel. The good news is in verse 4, he wants us to understand the gospel. The good news, in about verse 6, he tells us what the gospel does. It gives us the same access to Christ, the same relationship with Christ. The people that are different can both enter in to receive. So we share, we're heirs together. We're members together. We're sharers together in the promises of Christ. That's the gospel. He wants us to bring others in. It changes the way I see my problems. It changes the way I see people. And it changes the way I see my purpose. That I'm no longer trying to fill me with all the things I can get from life. I'm trying to fill life with me and God's purpose, God's plan, God's message, God's kindness. This happens one person, one conversation, one act of kindness, one decision at a time. What are you living for? What are you serving? Who are you serving? Bob Dylan was right. We got to serve somebody. Who will you serve today? I hope it's the gospel. I hope it's Jesus Christ. I hope it's filling everything with his presence. I'll see you this weekend. Have a great week.